Roaming is still alive. I think it's not quite where it was pre-COVID, but it's getting there. As in, the important thing is international roaming is a thing again. Most projections show us returning to pre-COVID levels in 2024. So let's say today we're about 80% of where we were before COVID hit. We're seeing this in our numbers. From BICS's own data, we can see generally a 40% increase year on year in 2022 compared to what we were seeing both in terms of traffic as well as unique roamer counts and devices in 2021. So extremely positive. So not quite where it needs to be, but definitely getting there. So we also saw something along the lines of a 270% approximately increase in the number of unique 5G enabled roamers. This is very important and interesting for the entire ecosystem because the growth, both in terms of the business of roaming, but also the traffic and the revenues are linked to 5G. So it's healthy to see that there's a rich ecosystem, both in terms of the device landscape, but also the people with devices in their pockets actually roaming already. This is also going to be key for the next, the growth projections for the next 2 years, because again, 5G is at the heart of this, and knowing that the people already have the devices is crucial. So on the topic of data, it is crucial that telecoms as an industry master their own data and their own data assets. As we automate more and as we try to simplify, and find our way through the complexity while growing the businesses, our reliance on data becomes even bigger than it was before. Whether you're a mobile operator or you're a carrier in the middle of the space, innovating new ideas, finding new ways of creating opportunities for your customers to create value for their own customers is really the heart of any growth strategy going forward. And that has to be driven by data, not just to make the right decisions, but to actually make the right products. We're finding more and more as you step away from focusing on building out new physical architecture, because that's no longer where the value is. It's either in the software or it's on the consumable part of it. How we capture, process, and turn or tweak our data into more useful, more reliable, and more user-friendly data products has become an essential part of the last 2 years. BICS has been doing this by working extremely closely with its own telco and enterprise customers to understand, what data can we both bring to the table, augment each other's data assets to create new and exciting capabilities, both for us as a partner, but also for the customers themselves, and churn out new ideas, churn out new features and new products that their customers can be delighted about.